answered. Okay, guys. Hi, my name is Jessica Craig, and I'm from a really small town close to Huntsville, Alabama. I have been drinking and sharing ketones for a little over 5 years now, which is absolutely insane because it seems like just yesterday that I got started. So here is a little bit about my story on how all this came into play. Excuse my messy background. Oh my gosh, I just looked over there. We've been packing up trials, so it's like, super unorganized. So 5 years ago, one of my very best friends, her name is Mandy. Some of you guys might know her, Mandy Mitchell. She actually found this on the internet, started drinking it. She researched it, started drinking it for like a couple weeks before she reached out and even told me and Ashley and a couple of our other besties about this. So number one, if you are drinking ketones and you have not at least shared this with your best girls, you better do so ASAP immediately when you get off this Zoom, because when she shared it with me, my first reaction was, what in the world? Why would you not tell me about this the second you found it so that I could start drinking it with you? But after I got over the initial shock that she didn't tell me right away, of course I wanted to get my hands on these ketones. I had no clue about the keto diet, didn't really know what ketosis was, certainly had never heard of drinkable ketones. So this was all a brand new world for me 5 years ago. I'm still not an expert, but I've picked up a lot of things along the way. But the exciting thing is you don't have to know anything in order to share this with your friends and family and other people. So when I started, I was super excited about the product. I had a newborn baby. I've always struggled with my weight, was just grumpy as can be, exhausted from having 2 kids, and just life was crazy. So of course I needed the product, but really honestly more than that, we were struggling financially. I used to be a dental hygienist, so of course I had been out of work for a while with the new baby. Um, I've been involved in network marketing, community-based marketing, MLM, whatever the heck you want to call it. I have needed a second form of income for basically as long as I can remember. I started my first MLM company, side hustle type thing, when I was 18 years old. So I've done a lot of different things in the past. So I was very familiar with what this was and that the business model, right? That I could make some money doing this. So when Mandy shared these ketones and Pruvit with me, she said, hey, I'm also going to be doing this as a business. Like, I'm super excited about this and I would love for you to do it with me. And I was like, are you kidding me? Heck freaking yes. I hope that this is everything that it seems like it's going to be, because we need some money and we need it quick. So I drank my first couple servings of ketones, didn't die, and I was like, all right, let's give this a go. Let's get this party started. So I pretty much started as a promoter and a customer at the exact same time. So if you're a newbie and you're on here and you kind of have that voice in the back of your head like, oh, I should probably, drink it for a few months and lose 25 pounds and have a really great before and after picture and this, that, and the other, before you decide that you want to start sharing this and helping other people and making some extra money and getting your ketones for free. That is absolutely not the case. So long story short, that was kind of long-winded. It has just been the absolute best decision that I ever made for me and my family. Here we are 5 years later, still doing this every single day. It is not only my full-time income, but my husband was actually able to come home from work and we get to do this together and be with our family so much more. And, other than that, it's provided a life that I never dreamed that we would have. I get to say yes to my kids so much more. I mean, just last night, this is something small, but these are the things that I can remember. It's Valentine's Day time, right? And so you're buying the stuff for the kids for their parties at school, the presents for your kids, it's just extra money. And prior to, being with Pruvit, those were the things that would send me into a panic attack. How are we going to afford this extra $50 for these stupid cards and candy and homemade boxes and all that crazy stuff? I mean, it would have really set us back so much. And so when I do things like that and I'm able to swipe my debit card without breaking out into a sweat or having to put it on a credit card or worry about it. Those are the things that really excite me the most. So I love it. I'm excited. Hopefully we're going to give you guys lots of information tonight and answer all your questions. But again, if there's something specific that you can think of, we would love for you to type it in the chat so we get to it. So Ashley, I'm going to pass it over to you and let you tell everybody about yourself.
Hey y'all, I'm Ashley. Jess and I are honestly best friends, and that's something that I'm thankful for every day. Is not only do I have something that I love that I get to work from home at, but I do it with my best friend. And honestly, y'all, I've had literal million jobs, and I've worked with a ton of people, but my favorite people I've ever worked with are here, and I'm just grateful for that. And Jess reminded me of something just now, and I want to touch on this for a second. I'm from a little town in Kentucky, in the middle of nowhere, and we have Valentine's parties for school. It's super small classrooms, but it makes me feel good that I can be the classroom mom that gets to go and take the baked goods. I can buy extra things. I can donate when the class sends home the list because a little child, her house burnt down last week, and I can help donate extra stuff. There was a time in my life I couldn't have done that, and I'm honestly grateful every single day. So tonight I went and drove my car that Pruvit makes the payment on every single month. It was a brand new SUV when I bought it 5 years ago. And I drove that to pick up these really pretty decorated Valentine's Day cookies, and I'm going to send them to school tomorrow. And I don't take for granted those little things that 5 years ago I could never have done. And like Jess said, it might seem so small, but to me, those little things add up to be the biggest blessing of this business. So 5 years ago, it looks a lot different for me than it does now. I was broke, honestly. I had a ton of credit card debt. My dad had passed away unexpectedly, and my mom was going through breast cancer, and it just kind of left us in a financial bind on top of, honestly, just being heartbroken and not knowing what your next step was going to be. But I had a ton of bills that I had to cover for my mom and my dad. And I was a mortgage loan officer in a really small town, so I didn't make a ton of money. It was a fine job, but it was really just enough to get me by. So when I had to take on this extra stuff, I was really stressed out about it. I can remember just laying awake at night and asking God, show me what I can do. What is next? Like, is this all there is going to be? I don't want to just pay my mom's bills. I want to help my mom live a life that she could have had when my dad was here. Because honestly, nobody's preparing to have a heart attack in their mid 50s and leave their family. Like that, no one prepares for that. No one prepares for an unexpected emergency that flips your life totally upside down. And I don't know about y'all, but I didn't have a savings account. I wasn't ready for that. Like I was living paycheck to paycheck. So when I started taking care of my mom financially, it just kind of put me into a dark place. And I don't know if y'all can relate to this, but I got into such a place I just forgot who I was. And I was struggling mentally, financially, emotionally. So when my friend Mandy reached out to me and Jess, and she said, hey, I've been drinking this for a couple of weeks. I think you would love it. I didn't really give it much thought. But then she said, I'm going to do it as a business. And it hit me. God just sent that to me. I've been on my hands and knees every single night praying for something. And maybe this sounds cliche to you, y'all, but I truly believe that every one of you is on this Zoom tonight for a reason. And there was a reason why my friend Mandy thought of me when she reached out and told me about this packet she'd been drinking. So I didn't have extra money. Like I said, I was honestly completely spent. I had tons of credit card debt, but I had just enough available credit on a credit card that I could order basically one box and try it out just to see how I felt. And I prayed over it because I pray over everything, but I prayed over it, y'all. And on day one, I had the energy, I had the mental focus, I had the appetite control. I was in such a good mood. Honestly, I just lit up. I felt so good. So this is who I am. I'm going to share it on Facebook, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I went to Facebook. I made like a 2-line post about how awesome I'd felt. Y'all are going to die. You have to try this with me. And lo and behold, I had tons of friends that were like, what is it? What are you trying? Tell me, why are you not sharing it with me? So I was like, oh my gosh, this could maybe be a business. I went through my house. Okay. I went through my closet. I went through my laundry room. I went through my bedroom, went through my living room, and I started selling random stuff that I didn't need. And I made enough extra money to go buy a pack, and we'll get to that in a minute, of ketones that I could share with all those people that commented on my post. And y'all, I freaking started my business. I didn't know what I was doing. I was terrified. I was scared. I was nervous. What if it fails? What if it doesn't work? What if people make fun of me? What if, what if, what if? And then, you see this quote all the time, but oh my darling, what if you fly? It freaking worked. My life literally did a 180. And even when I share my story with y'all now, sometimes I need that reminder too, because 5 years ago might seem like so far away, but it wasn't that long ago. 5 years is nothing in today's world. Before I know it, like, I've got an 11-year-old. I'm 37. Like, when did that happen? And I was decided that I wasn't going to spend one more second living paycheck to paycheck, one more second of just paying my mom's bills. I wanted her to be able to go buy extra stuff if she wanted a nice outfit. I wanted her to get a new car if she needed one. I wanted to be able to fill up my gas tank and not stress if I had the money. I wanted to be able to pay off my credit card debt. I just wanted to breathe a little bit, right? Can anyone relate to that feeling? You just want to breathe a little bit when you go to bed at night and not stress the freak out every single night. And here's the thing about Pruvit. It helped me do that. I had the desire. I had the why. My back was against the wall. Something had to change for me, and this had to work. And Pruvit was the vehicle that took me there. Y'all, I know we're on here for hearing all about the business and how we start, but the money is important. And so I'm not going to beat around the bush. In 6 months, I was able to pay off all my mom's medical bills, pay off debt that my mom and dad had acquired together, all my credit card debt. I was able to go into Mercedes-Benz and finance a vehicle that I had only ever dreamed of. And I'm not saying like, hey, Robin, you're on here and you want the exact same story that I have. I'm not saying that. But what story do you want? What are you hoping to get from something that you're looking for? What could you use some extra money for every month? And honestly, I wasn't telling my friends that I was broke as a joke. I might have told Jessica, but I wasn't telling the whole world I'm stressed out and I'm about to lose my mind. I'm crying at night because it's so bad. And honestly, y'all, $500 extra a month is the amount that takes a family from filing bankruptcy to getting by again. $500. So what do you need from this? You hopped on tonight to hear some information, but ideally I want you to think about this over this Zoom while we're on it, and then tonight. And I want you to get back to whoever invited you and tell them, what's the dollar amount that could really help your family? What's the dollar amount that could really help you? What do you need it for? What could your family do with that income? And I know it's a little bit scary, but I really want to encourage you to think about it. And then let's figure out a game plan to get you there. The rest of the stuff we're going to tell you, we can figure it out together. Jess and I didn't know how to do it. Honestly, we literally loved this product. We shared it. And then we were like, now what do we do? We kind of figured it out as we went. But that's what's so fun is we've already done all that here. You have a whole community of people that are here to tell you step by step what to do. All the training and tools that you need. What do you do when you get these trial packs in? How do you tell people how to drink them? Where do you connect them? Is there a recipe they should use? What about a meal plan? How much water do they drink? We'll help you with literally all those things. You just have to know this. I am ready for a change. I need something to be different. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure it out because I want something better for myself. Like, is anybody feeling me tonight? I am honestly, since January, I am just so on fire about going to the next level in my life and helping someone else have that story that I had, because my life looks different now. I don't have to use credit cards for stuff. There might be an emergency that comes up, and y'all, I don't have to stress about it. And there was a time when an emergency would have knocked me on my back. Look at that sweet babe. Doll baby. There was a time when an emergency would have just killed me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so thankful now that I have something like this, that I can work from home. I can go to the Valentine's Day party. I can take off if I need to. I can work from wherever I need to. I can make my own hours. I can help other people realize that there's more to life than a 9 to 5 or an 11 to 7 with 1 week paid time off, no benefits, stressed out to the max. You don't like the people that you work with. There's more to it than that. And we have tons of ways for you to get started. Jess, do you want me to talk about that, or do you want to go?
I just want to add one thing. Like, you're hearing Ashley and I talk about how, this has changed our life and this is our full-time income and all of that. And honestly, guys, that's what we wanted from the beginning. We knew what we wanted. We knew we wanted to do this full time. We knew we wanted to work our booties off and get everything that we could out of this. But I will tell you, probably 90% of the people who are in our business are doing this for extra money. They're doing this for part-time income. They're doing this so that they can let their kids play sports, or pay off a credit card bill, or be able to take a vacation. So just because we have these big goals and dreams doesn't mean that you necessarily have to have that too. So we want you to know that you're going to be supported, and we're going to help you every step of the way, no matter what your goals are. And so what's another thing that is so cool about this, I mentioned to you guys before that I have been involved in several different network marketing companies. Never really found my place, right? I never had a ton of success. A lot of things that I did, it was just kind of like, oh, you're going to love this, you need to do this. And they would get me signed up, and then I would just kind of be left hanging by myself without, really any direction, no training tools, no support. And so I just want to let you guys know that we are different here. Pruvit as a whole, in general, the whole entire company is absolutely unbelievable, and you're gonna die if you decide to do this with us and you get to experience the personal development and the different things that they really just pour into all of us promoters. It's going to be a game changer for you. But besides that, I really honestly feel like just our team alone is so incredibly supportive. So whoever invited you to this call is probably wonderful, but just so you know, you're going to have a lineup of people like me and Ashley, or Mandy, or Stephanie Milky, or Michael Rutherford, just different names that you're going to hear once you get involved. And you're going to think, wow, I cannot believe that I have all these people who are excited for me, who want to help me, who want to see me succeed, and are willing to, take the time to help me do this. So I just wanted to throw that in there, Ashley, before we, got into the nitty gritty of what it takes to get started. So if you want to share that, go right ahead.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And again, we didn't know what we were doing. So praise the Lord that we had a team of people that we could ask our 75 million questions to every day, because I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know what ketosis was. Jess didn't either. So here's the deal. This is the only requirement to be a promoter, okay? A $49 membership annually. That's it. That's the only requirement that we have. That gets your foot in the door. It gives you access to everything we have access to. You get an awesome app that gives you updates with everything that we're doing in our community, everything that Pruvit's doing, our entire team. Anything that you need to know about is going to be in that app. You get access to basically our dashboard, which is where you can see all your rewards, how you're going to get paid, what your customers are doing, what someone's ordered, how to manage your smart ship, how to check customers' orders, all that good stuff. You get access to all those things. And then you get 4 awesome, maybe even more than 4, I don't know. It's a lot of websites that you can share with your customers, okay? And they're beautiful. They're easy to walk through, very user-friendly, super cool. So you get access to everything we have access to instantly with that membership, okay? Here's what I recommend doing. You heard my story. Broke as a joke, went through my house selling random paintings nobody cared about, right? And then I ordered that big promoter pack to get started. I'm so thankful that I did, because it really helped change the course of my business and the kind of income I was able to make instantly. So here at Pruvit, we really want brand new promoters to be able to put a ton of money in their pockets immediately so they can really start their business, be excited, and have some money to tell their friends about. Like, hey, this is what I was able to do in 30 days. You need to do this with me, right? So I grabbed that large promoter pack, which is basically our builder pack right now. And it comes with 10 boxes of different flavors of ketones. It's going to be our most popular mainstay flavors are the flavors that we have every single day for you to grab. And it's going to be 40% off. So it is a massive discount. And this is what we do. We take packs just like this, and you can pack them up into 5 of these or 10 of these and just sell those to your friends and family. Okay, that's how you're going to recoup the money that you've spent on your builder pack. Now, hang tight. I have something really cool to tell you about this builder pack in a second. But remember when I made my post on Facebook and had all those people commenting and they were like, how do I get started? What do I do? I was like, okay, well, I've got 5-day trial packs for you because I grabbed that builder pack and I saved 40% off. So when I sold all those packs, I was able to make back all the money I had put into the pack plus several $100s of profit. profit. So that was money that I could put right back into my business, and I wasn't out anything. I just reinvested. The first couple packs that I did, I reinvested right back into my business, just so I know hey, I'm making some money. This is what I'm doing with my business. Now, if you feel like right now you are where I was and you maybe can't afford to just jump in and buy a promoter pack for, a few $100s, we have something called Sezzle. It breaks your payment up into 4 payments so you can get started and make those payments. So it's kind of like a credit basically, and there's no interest on it. So that's something I would definitely encourage you to think about if you feel like maybe I'm not ready to get started, because the money, we can help you any way that you can get started. Okay, so we can talk about that. Next, if you're like, hey, I want to get started right now, now's not the time for me to spend anything more than the membership fee, that's totally fine too. We can get you started with just doing that. I encourage you to try to grab some product. We have challenge boxes you can get started with. It's 20 flavors, a variety of servings. It's a great way for a brand new customer to get started in the business. So you could do this too and say, hey guys, I'm doing a 10-day challenge. Who wants to do it with me? And that'd be a great way for you to jumpstart your business. Or you can grab the single flavor boxes if you want to do something like that too. So there's tons of options to get you in. We just want to get you in, so then we can talk about, now I'm in, what do I do next? Jess, do you want to talk about the first couple bonuses?
Sure. Okay, so Ashley's just told you guys about our builder pack. And so one of the really cool things about getting that big pack, and this is what Ashley and I both did, thank goodness that we did this. I'm in the same boat as her. I told y'all, I had zero money, but I knew I wanted to do this. I wanted to do it the right way. I wanted to get that big pack so I could get the extra bonus money and all that kind of good stuff. So I didn't sell everything in my house like Ashley, but I did put it on a credit card. So if we had had that Sezzle option back 5 years ago, that probably would have been what I went with. But instead, I just used a credit card. But one of the cool things about getting that big one is you get paid extra money. And for me personally, that actually meant thousands of extra dollars. So had I not gotten that pack, I literally would have missed out on thousands of dollars because I had a lot of people join me in my first 30 days of business. So what this gets you is we have something called go fast bonuses, and that's when someone joined you in your business as a promoter. You get paid a certain amount of money depending on what they buy. If you get that big promoter pack for your first 30 days, you're going to get double. So if you were supposed to make $50, you're going to make 100. So that can really add up and mean a lot of extra money. It certainly did for me. I know it did for Ashley as well. So that's one of the reasons that we really stress how important it is. We also have a couple bonuses that you can earn in your first 30 days on top of. All of this is on top of any commissions that you make from selling challenge packs, selling boxes of ketones, anything that people order from your website. Pruvit's going to pay you for that in commission. Okay. Anything that you sell from your trial packs that you've purchased, you get to make profit off of that. So you decide your price. You can sell them for what you bought them for and break even, or you can raise your prices a little bit and make some profit, which is what we recommend. So once you get in, we'll teach you all of those things. Don't let your head explode. I know this is a lot of info, but for your first 30 days, we have something called GoPro. So that's for your first 2 weeks. You get a certain amount of sales. Pruvit's going to give you $250 extra on top of everything else, plus $100 in Pruvit bucks. So that's super easy to do. We can teach you all of our different tips and tricks and help you get GoPro. And then after those 2 weeks, you do the same thing again that we taught you to do the first 2 weeks. Do that again. Pruvit's going to give you $500 plus another extra $100 in Pruvit bucks. So that's crazy. So you can get $750, $200 in Pruvit bucks, plus all of your commissions just in your first 30 days. We also have another bonus called our All-Star bonus. Okay, and this is for, is it 120 days, Ash? Okay, for your first 120 days, if you complete the task, and I'm not going to go into it on exactly what All-Star is, but if you get it, if you hit that bonus, normally Pruvit would give you another $1,000. But if you get that big pack, they said, we're going to double your all-star bonus. So you're going to get $2,000 on top of everything else. And it's just absolutely incredible, guys. And all of these things happen for me. They happen for Ashley, and they happen for so many people who join our business and join our team. So I don't want you to think that, oh gosh, I could never do that, because trust me, we have so many great things that we can help teach you, okay? Social selling is literally everything right now, right? Like, I mean, you cannot even get on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, any of the things without influencers sharing things that they love. And I don't know about y'all, but I buy almost every single thing that I see. My husband wants to take my phone away. He's like, we're shutting down our Amazon account. You're not buying anything else, because all these influencers on social media get me every time. And so I'm so excited that that's exactly what I get to do too, right? I get to influence other people. And honestly, guys, it's what I've been doing for years, because whether I'm selling something or not, I'm a true oversharer, I guess is what you could say. I'm always like, oh my gosh, I went to this restaurant. It was so good. Y'all got to go try it. Have you seen this on Netflix? It's freaking amazing. Everybody watch it right now. I just found a great new dry shampoo. I'm obsessed. Y'all got to grab it. I don't make any money off of any of those things that I share with people. No restaurants have given me gift cards. Ulta doesn't send me free makeup. Netflix doesn't give me a free month subscription, but I love to share things that I love. And that's exactly what this is. So we're not salespeople. You don't have to bug everybody. We're going to teach you how to be an influencer. And that way you can provide for your family, or you can go on that extra vacation that you want to do. Whatever it is, you can do it here. So I love it. I'm so super excited. Ashley, is there anything else that you can think of that we missed?
I mean, all I want to say is like, everything is figure outable. Like, I've never had a job where I walked in and I was like, I don't know how to do all this. I'm going to kill it. I'm professional at everything. I'm about to get a promotion today. Like, I've never known everything I'm doing at every job. And the same thing here. What I knew was I loved how I felt. I needed something to change in my life, and I needed some extra income. What I got from it, however, I had no idea it was going to be this incredible. And like Jess said earlier, this can be whatever you need it to be. It doesn't have to be Ashley's story. It doesn't have to be Brittany's story or Regina's story or Jessica's story or whoever's story. I want this to be about what you need. That's why I asked you in the beginning, spend some time thinking about what could you really use extra a month for you or your family? What would you do with it? What would help you all feel more comfortable? What does that mean for you? It can be a side income. It can be a full-time income. For some people, it's been a full-time income for them and their spouse. Like, it can be whatever you need it to be. I just encourage you to come into it with an open mind. Ask questions if you have some, but make sure no matter what, you follow up with whoever invited you tonight, and let's get those questions answered. Take a vacation and a car payment. I mean, a freaking man, and pick me up too, because I want to go on a vacation right now, please. But that's serious. There was a time when I had a Toyota Camry that I drove for a million years, and I hated to even sell that car, but it was my first big girl purchase, and I was so proud of it. But y'all, there were times when I didn't have food in my refrigerator, no joke, because I had to make that Camry payment. I had peanut butter in my house, but I didn't have food in my refrigerator to make that payment. And I'm not saying like, oh, I knew if I had family members, I could have gone and somebody would help me out. The point is, I will never go back to that again. I will never feel like that again. And Pruvit is the vehicle that helped me get to that point, not only financially, but it taught me the things that I need, the tools that I need, the resources, what's inside of me, what I'm capable of doing. And we would love to help y'all do the same thing. So we respect your time. We've been in for 30 minutes. Jess, if you have nothing else that you want to add, I just encourage y'all.
One more
Okay.
thing.
Go ahead.
Guys, if we're not trying to rush anybody or pressure anybody or anything like that, but our Dollar Keto Club is coming to an end soon. So if you think that you're going to want to do this, I really encourage you to let's do it to it, because the promoter fee is $1. It's our Dollar Keto Club. You're going to get 22 to 40% off of our promoter packs, depending on if you get a smaller one or, of course, that bigger one that we shared with you on the call. but it's just such a great time. And also, I don't know if you guys are like me, but it's like Christmas, and then we had January and our COVID stuff, kids being out of school. Like, I feel like 2022 really hasn't even started yet. Like, I'm just still kind of waiting on it for life to somehow get normal. But there's really so many people who are desperate and looking for an answer, whether that be to feel better, have more energy, sleep better at night, not yell at their kids, lose some weight. And then, of course, we've got a lot of people who are struggling financially, who are looking for something, and we have the answer. So I just encourage y'all to get in where you fit in. If you have more questions, like Ashley said, get back with whoever invited you, and they will get you connected to someone who can help you. So I think that's a wrap. We good? Okay, good night, y'all. Thank you so very much for hopping on. See y'all.